Hello guys, welcome all to my channel and thank you for tuning in. Um, Today I want us to talk about dreams and how soon God answers our dreams. By dreams, I mean the stuff that we go on our knees and pray for on a daily basis. Specifically, I want us to talk about um, how we often compare how soon the other person's dreams are fulfilled compared to how soon my dreams are fulfilled. Um, Guys, it is very important that to first realize when we pray for stuff and when we work towards what we pray for, we don't say the same prayer to God and we don't ask God for the same thing. We might both be praying to God for God to bless us with the car. But now, even though we're both praying to get a car, you could be praying to get a Lamborghini from God, and I could be praying to God to bless me with a Tez or a Mazda CX-5, you see. And when you look at the two cars, the value of them is not the same. So obviously the amount of time it's going to take for God to bless you with what you've asked for is not going to be the same amount of time as someone else's blessing coming through, you see. I just want to make a small example. Where I work, you we get patients, right? When the patient arrives, before they can come to us and we serve them, they first have to go to the machine, press there, what they are there for, and then they will get a ticket. The ticket determines which queue they fall into. They can either be there to buy something over the counter, or they could be there to collect a parcel that is already made up for them, or they could have a doctor's prescription which they want us to prepare for them. So when they go to the machine, they're gonna press one of the three options, right? And then for us that are serving the patients, we've got another machine where we look at, and then we see how many people are there for prescriptions, how many people are there for over-the-counter medication, and how many people are there their parcels, right? And the rule is priority would be people that are there to collect, because that minimizes the amount of people that are standing in the line, right? If you're there to collect, we're supposed to serve you first because your parcel is already made up at the back. So what you do is you press collection, we press there and call you first, and then we just give you your parcel, you sign for it, you leave, that's it. You see how quick that is. That's the first example. And then secondly, you get people that are there for prescriptions. Obviously a prescription is going to take a while for 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 me to prepare, right? So I'm gonna press the button prescriptions, and then whoever's got a prescription is gonna come and I'm gonna make it up for them. It takes a while. Must first read the script, must first prepare the prescription, must go to the bank and get the medication. I must have my script checked by a pharmacist, and then I must come back and give the stuff to the patient. Then they can leave, right? And then you get the guy that is there to just buy something over the counter. The guy comes, I press the button, he comes, he wants Panado, I do his Panado on the system, he signs, give it to him, that's it. You see, they all three of them there to get medication, but the process is not the same. Same as when we pray to God for whatever it is that we want. It's not gonna be the same, because you might be praying to God for a triple pizza, and I could be praying to God for a single base pizza. You could pray to God today for the pizza, and then I pray 3 days later. But the duration of time that is going to take for us to both receive our pizzas is not going to be the same. I might get my pizza first, even though I was the last one to pray for it, right? Simply because I asked for a single base pizza. He's going to take my pizza, put it in the oven. 5 minutes later, it's ready. Yours is going to take the pizza, put it on the table, do the first base, put the second base, get the filling, do the third base. You see, it's gonna take time. So he's gonna build it. He's gonna build up on it one step at a time. So it is very important that when we pray to God and we ask Him for for whatever it is that we want. We don't compare our prayers or our blessings to other people's. I could be praying to God for a job. You could be praying to God for a job. But I could be saying, Dear God, I've got a beer accounting qualification. Therefore, I don't want to be working as a cleaner. So please bless me with a job that is relevant to the qualification that I have. And on the other side, you could be having in the same prayer, but the difference is you're saying to God, Dear God, please bless me with the job. Noba injani. You're telling God basically that here I am, unemployed and desperate. Please give me a job. It doesn't matter what job it is. Imagine how many jobs are out there in the world. There's a lot. So you could get a job as a cleaner while I'm still praying to get my job as an accountant, you see. So it's not gonna be the same. The idea might be the same, the dream might be the same, what we're praying for might be the same, but I'm sure that the 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 value of the two things that we're praying for, even though they look the same, they're not the same. And even our background sometimes determine how fast God answers us. You see, I could be a very generous person. I could be someone who when they have money, I misuse it. I don't look after my family. I don't care. When I've got money, it's only me, 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 me. You see. And then I pray to God, and God says, Hold up, I'm not going to give you this money now because I want you first to go through hardships. I want you first to experience pain. I want you first to feel how it is to go to bed on an empty stomach. I want you first to know how it feels to have 50 rands and you really want to buy that loaf of bread, but you can't because you've got kids that must eat first before you. I want you to feel how it feels to prioritize someone else before yourself. And I want you to feel how it is to be selfless, to be considerate of the next person, and how it feels to appreciate the smallest things that we have. And then on the other hand, I could have someone else praying to God who's got the biggest of hearts, who's always giving, who's loving, who